Right, hello. Hope you're all good. Everyone's been asking for the box tutorials. So as you can see, I made a box. I've made it out of wood, and basically I've just done my thing and painted it and created this box. This one I used some clay. So I just used some, what is it? Any clay basically, the Dars one. This one was stone, not one I use very often. Let it dry and then painted it up. This one here, I just that was just like my first attempt basically, so I just put some tissue paper and stuff over this one and then obviously put the stamps on. But inside this one I obviously popped another image that I created on a card and put that in as the base, some splatters on. So I'm going to show you now what I've actually done. The middle of this one, obviously I've just left this one plain. So these are going to two special ladies. So I'm going to finish this one off now because it's quite, let me just put these out the way, out the way up there. Because it's quite a long time, obviously I've got a laser machine, so I cut everything out the wood and then I got my pieces here. Now if I decide to put a piece of card in and stick it onto the bottom, I'll do that. But for the case of this one, I'm actually going to stamp inside it just so you can see how easy it is. So this is roughly what I have. So I'm actually going to put this one together for you. So I've cheated a little bit, if I'm honest with you, for quickness, realistically. So I've already started printing and done colour. So you've got like the sides, the bits, all the outer bits, and then like my little hinges and stuff. Colours, I'm going to be doing the Elements, Sundance and Confetti. Two lovely colours. VersaFine Clair, Nocturne. This is just a little sample so I could just see exactly how it went on this like this tissue paper I had. So I stuck that on. You can use any glue to stick it on. The UHU glue, super glue, Mod Podge, Bippity Boppity, whatever. Totally up to you. And if you don't want to do that, and if you've just got some paint, then just got some wood, you can use the acrylic chalk paint, which is really good. I've used this several times and I like the way that goes. So let's crack on. So basically I'm going to do a bit of a background first with some colours. Like I say, I've got these colours here. I did do this little sample just to see how water goes on it, because like on these, I don't know if you can see this, but I've actually splashed water on these and it's given quite a nice blurred effect on the backgrounds where it's just merged together. So I don't know whether I'm going to put another colour onto that yet, but we will see. So let me just do some quick background colours. So Confetti and Sundance. So this is the base part. So on this base part, let's just pop these out the way a minute. Right, let's just put them up there. So on this base part, you can see like I've got bits here and there. I will finish it off and tidy it up once I'm done, but I just want to sort of show you how quick and easy once the box is cut out. So obviously if you've got a laser machine, fabulous, such an easy thing to do. There are places where you can buy a box and do a thing that way. Totally up to you. Just add a little bit of here and there sort of thing. So I am using the number 7 stencil brush, and I've also got little ones for finer detail as well, but I'm just going to use the number 7s on this just to pop down this colour quite quickly. So remember, this is the inside. Let's just put that like that. Now if you forget on how, just have a look at that minute, on how this is going to be put together, if you've got a template or you've cut a box out, or even a paper box you can make, what I want to do is I want to look so I know how this is going. So I know that now is going to be, that's going to be the front, sides, and then this is the back. When I say the back, this is where my back of the box is going to be. So when I put that on, that's going to be the top part. So what I'm going to do, so it all corresponds the same, is I'm going to pop a nice colour onto this one. Now, let me see what ink we've already got on, because I might want to do this a little bit lighter. Let's just have a little bits of colour here and there, because I am going to put the splashes on as well, especially where I've got that darker bit of ink here in the corners. I mean, you can use any of your stamps, any of the Lavina stamps. The corner stamps would look really fetching with this. So I'm just being very, very sort of random. There is no sort of placement with any of these colours. And then once I've got the stamp on, I might add just a bit of contrast in different colours. So there's my basic part. Okay, so top, base. Got to remember that, otherwise I'm kaput. So this area here, obviously when we lift that lid, I want to see what we've got in here now. I'm going to just put some flowers to go off what I've already put on. So I am going to put from the dandelions. So I'm going to bring that into shot. I've got the dandelions and I've got the summer flower. So dandelion, and I'm going to use the larger summer flower one. So I'm just going to put those over here. And I am very, very quickly, so I'm going to use the black ink on this. So the VersaFine Clair, which is the Nocturne. Right, so let's just think about some placements now. So we know that we've got like a corner area, so when we open that box, I'm being a bit lazy here, aren't I? Apologies. Let's just bring that over like so, and then well, I'm recording this, it's Friday, so I'm hoping you've all had a fabulous week, whether that be at work, family, friends, however, you know. Actually no, I'm gonna leave that there a second. I've had a busy week at work, and like this is my downtime. Got a lot of exciting things happening. So yeah, now I just want to put something across there. For the fact is, I just don't want it running, but I just want it there, as you can see. I'm going to do the same again about here, just where the box sort of ends, because I don't need it going into anything in particular. I just want it to sort of just show a little bit of something going on within that area, and I can see like a mark line there, so I just want to bring that, and then I can bring some colour into that now. Now it's whether or not I go a bit OTT and think to myself, oh, I'm just going to add something in the corners. Like I say, you could realistically add some of the lovely corner stamps, which I think would look absolutely stunning in this. But just for quickness and just to keep everything on par, I'm just going to pop that on like so. Now with this one, because I'm going to start on this one in a second, I just want to put some water splashes on that. So now I'm going to do it quite heavy, because I want that drastic sort of whoa splodge. I mean, already, I don't know whether the camera's going to pick that up, but I just love the way how the ink is already moving. Now that's gone really nice and dramatic. Now the paper I've got is like a rice paper. I've had it donkey's years, and I mean donkey's years. Now I like that effect, so I'm going to leave that one a second. I'm going to concentrate on this one now. So this is the lid, so I want this one to have the all, you know, that nice look. So I'm going to let that dry over there. I don't know whether you can see, but that has really splodged the ink out lovely. If it's too much, I can go into it with my little brushes and just pull out a few more areas if need be, which we might do yet. Okay, now I want a fairy on this one. Fairy. Let's have a look. I think we're going to use pan. Oh, little cutie. Let me get a block. There we go. Now Pan's off on his travels, so let's have a little peek. Where can we put Pan? Pan needs to be standing, looking out to the world. Bless his little cottons. So I'm going to pop Pan as I'm looking And yeah, I want to where the lighter colour is, about that middle. Probably off squiff because I'm not standing up looking down. Naughty Lisa. Voila. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I like it. Okay, and then we're going to build up that flower. See, now I'm going to, let me just get the smaller summer flower. Utilise that there. Now, before I do anything, I'm just going to get a Posca pen. And it's a black and it's quite a large one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to roughly just script, catch, however. You know, you can quite easily just do some little lines here and there. So it just looks like that bit of grass. So Pan's literally on his little adventure. You want to just put some little lines here and there, you can do. When I put the ink on, it might move as well, which will be nice. And then if you really wanted to go OTT with it, you can just put some little yellow, just as that bit of backing around there, just so it looks like we've got a little bit of flowers. And but I'm going to add that now. Right, so as I said, summer flowers. Let me just, so I've got the smaller one of the set. So this is a set of 2. I don't seem like I'm rushing, but you get where I'm coming from, sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to do sort of like a bit of a back. Oh yeah, okay, we'll have that bit of a background because I'm going to do my normal madness. So I like the fact that we got some sort of craziness there, and then I want to bring, just need it. I never have a piece of scrap paper when I need it. I'm just wait. Oh, of course I've got on there. Yeah, I can use that. Got to make sure things are on there that shouldn't be. There we go. Okie dokie. So I'm going to do that there. Yeah, that'll give me a sort of a background, and then I'm going to use the bigger one now of the set. Like I said, it's a set of 2, so you've got a small, then you've got a larger version. Let me just pop that on a bigger stamp plate. Now, see what happens when you do clean and I'm trying to be quick and oh, Lisa. It's all good fun though. This is what happened. I like to be a messy crafter. You can probably tell. I should have gloves on. You should learn as you go along, as my mum says. I never do though. Right, so I'm going to do this so it's coming out. So off the side of the box coming across, and I'm going to do the same here. So I'm going to try and start to balance the imagery now. Okay, there we go. So I can bring up some darker colours around there, and then I'm just going to, just for the sake of here, one here, roughly where the, so you've got hinges where those little bits is there. So I'm just going to cover there now. So we've got a nice built up sort of area. Now normally I use my grasses, as if you've been following sort of the bits and bobs that I do. So I've now brought that around, and I'm just going to bring a bit of a half over here and a bit of a half over there. Okay, let's pop that out of the way. Right then, oh, so that's the 2 different sizes of the wild summer flower. I'm now going to just pop on, this is on the dandelion set. So, shall we? Now then, because we've got a bit of darkness going on there, I'm thinking, oh, I don't know, you know, shall I bother? Oh, well, I don't like that just random, so I'm going to put one there, because I can bring that out with some white. Actually, yeah. So maybe, you know, something. I think I'm going to just bring that just about there. Yep. And then I'll maybe just do, oops. See, this is what happens when you just go off cuff and you haven't got anything planned. I thought to myself, oh, I'll just do a random for you guys. Never always goes quite to plan, does it? They're always the best ones, I think, anyway. You know, when you just go totally off quiff. Right then, so I am going to get a bit of a darker colour now. And I'm going to use, what we're going to use, let's have a look. So look at the colour wheel. We need some sort of a darker blue, some of a bluey purple. So let me have a look at all my colours. Let's bring them down into view. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, shall we? Monarch, is that? I don't know if I've said that correctly. Well, that's what I'm saying today. We'll call that one today. Yeah, so Monarch. Hopefully that's how it's said. So I've got a selection of brushes. I'm going to use my bluish one for this. Let's have a look. Oh, it's nice, a nice purple. That will do nicely. Right, bit of paper down. Let's have a dabble. Now bear in mind, I am going to be doing some water splodges on top of this. However, I just want this darker bit. I'll blend it out a little bit better in a minute. So as I say, I hope you've had a good week. It looks like if you're in the UK, we've got a bit of a so-called summer, dare I say the words. Something along them lines that's going to be happening, apparently. I say that very loosely. Right, so that was the VersaFine Clay on that one. And I'm now going to just go back in with confetti. Because just before I actually do put any water on, I just want to just bring a couple of areas a bit darker in places. So yeah, I think we're going to get a really nice effect on this. And again, I just want to, so that was the confetti. I'm just going to go back in with that Sundance now. Just where we've got that bit of yellow. Okay, so let's get some water on that. Been taken over. I need to start making sure that I'm sort of at least tidy-ish for you guys. Right then, oh yeah, look at the movement on that. I'm terrible. Sorry folks. I'm obsessed with this water. I think it's such a beautiful image when the water just moves the ink. I love it. And it's a great effect on this paper as well. Right then, so looking at this one now, obviously this is the top lid. This one settled on really nice, so a little bit of loose colour you can go in and just bring it around if you want. You haven't got to. Yeah, I'm quite liking that base. And then I'm just going to let that dry. So I'm going to start putting this together now. Let's get that out the way. Let's put them over there. Let's get these out the way. Let's tidy up as we go. Otherwise I'll have people shouting at me. It's a bit messy. Right, so I'm going to let that dry and then we can put some white Poscas and stuff off that to highlight it. Okie dokie. So this is how we put the box together. Now, for the quickness of this video, I'm just going to be using a really quick glue, as you do. So I've got to remember what I'm doing now. Crumbs, can you just imagine? Honestly, I'm shocking, ain't I? Right then, I think it's this way. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Right then, let's do this. Okay. So really sorry if I'm going to be very boring now, and I don't want to seem like I'm ignoring you guys. I might just talk to you. You always talk to yourself when you're crafting. Have you realised that? I'm just terrible. Full stop. Talk to myself. So normally I use super glue, but because I've not got my thinking cap on, like my concentration face and all that, I just wanted to be not too quick for you guys, but quick enough, just so you can see how the box is put together, how we do what, because everyone's asking, how do you do this, Lace, and what we're doing with this, and how do you do that. So I just wanted to just do this quick little demo for you guys, just so you can see. So already I've got two sides, and we've got a wet glue, okay. And what I'm making sure I'm doing is, obviously I'm doing all the inner bits, because the longer bits are the ones that go into the wood. So I'm trying to make sure the bits that are connecting. And what I would say to you is, because I nearly had a minor disaster, because I nearly put it all together totally wrong, as you do, back to front, upside down and everything. So you learn from your mistakes, that's all. That's all I'll say. I'm really good at that too. Oh, it's hilarious sometimes. Goodness me. All right, anyway, so okay, so we've nearly got a box. Right, so on these ones now, obviously there's nothing for me to click into apart from these edges. So while we've still got movement in the glue, this is why I have to be really quick if I use super glue. I'm literally, voila, one little base. Now then, so the inners you can like do off with a VersaFine Clair ink, because once it's dry it's permanent. You can put papers in it, you can just leave it if you wanted. So it depends on the backing of your board. Obviously I will dress it, but not for the purposes of this particular video. Right, now then, obviously I make my own hinges, and this is like the fiddly part of it, and I mean fiddly, it's quite shocking actually. So they've already fell apart on me because they're not glued. It's okay. Oh dear me, I've got to make sure I'm putting the right bits in the right places now. That's about me as well. I'm quite good at doing that too. Okie dokie, so one down, one there. One there. That's that. A round one, a square one, a round one, a square one. I need another round one. Or not. What have I done? I'll start again because I've lost the plot. Right. So this is basically how you make. There we go. So you've got round ones, you've got little square ones. This is like the minor detail. This is where it goes wrong drastically. Normally with me, you have to laugh. So I've got 3 holes here, well 6 as such, and then we've got, let's just put them there. This is the easiest way of showing you, I suppose. So basically I'm going to stick where those holes are, I'm going to stick them in. So first thing I'm going to do is glue. Now normally I cheat, however I can't cheat on this occasion because it's just fell apart. And I'm not stopping and starting the video again, so I'm just going for this one. So you're learning the disaster with lace. Love it. So let's put these in. So I've got 2 in there. So we're going to press them in nicely like that. And that one. And that one. So I've glued them. And these have all got the little square holes. So as you can see, some have got round, some have got square. So I'm putting all the little square ones in. So there is obviously a certain amount that they fit in. There's that one in. Oh, that's a round one. Round peg square hole. That springs to mind. The word disaster and Lisa also springs to mind. Right, okay. So now in between these you have to have your round ones. Now because once I put the lid on, I am not going to be able to do it in that sense. So I'm going to figurely we might be here for some time. I love it. Oh gosh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get this way in. I can see what I'm doing now. Should have gone to Specsavers and all that, eh? Right, oh, there we go. There we go. I'm on a roll. Sausage roll. Okay, right, so there we go. Okay, Lisa's got there in the end. Right, so these ones move. So them are going to be the hinges to the top part. Oh, it's all good fun, isn't it? Right, so let me see if I can see what I'm doing here. Yay. Okay. Told you I'm on a roll. Look at that. Surprising when you have things in the right place, how it comes together. Okay. Ta-da! Whew, that was nearly a minor disaster, wasn't it? Right then, so lid. There we go. Lid is settling nicely. I say it's not dry, but we're getting there. So I'm going to put that there, and now I'm going to glue in the top part of the hinge. So let me just slowly, there we go. Sorry if this is taking long, I do apologise. I don't know how long this video is, but at least you see how to make a box. And obviously this can go for sort of any box you make, whether it's a wooden box, whether it's a paper box, or just to go on a card, you know. Obviously I'm just making a box, and the box happens to be the look of a book. Let me just lift that up a little bit. Excuse me a second while I wiggle. There you go. So, and bear in mind we have a bit of wet glue, and I'm now sticking to things. Okay, right, so I did tell you I was a bit of a disaster. Right, so I'm just going to rub that over. There we go. Now it might be a fact that once this is dry, because this will be dry properly later, I'll show you the finished product properly, but at least you get to see. So at the minute we've got the inside of the box and the top part of the box. So I'm now going to do the side. Now you don't see that, unfortunately. However, I've done it just so I could see what it was going to look like. But I'm now going to put on glue these bits here. So this is the last part of the box now. This is what makes it look quite authentic, really. Well, I think it does anyway. I might be wrong. So a little bit of glue here and there. You don't need a great deal, and obviously this is a very, very wet glue, so I'm trying to be as quick as possible. Now these go inside, so let me just open this a minute. So I just want to just have a little bit of a force to it. Okay, because at the minute it's not 100% sturdy until I get these braces on across here. So there we go. Now as we've got that area here, I know that this bit here, all the rest of them are very much the same. These ones have got the indentation, so this one's going to go here. So that's going to go on there. Now I just want to put a little bit of additional glue just around these areas here, just for this one. So, because I didn't put any glue into that certain bit of area there, I didn't want to overdo everything, but now you're going to see now the box come properly together. So the rest of them I can now just drop on, just nice and steady. And like I say, it is a wet glue, so I do feel like I'm having bits of glue here and there. Now if you think to yourself, oh, I need a bit of extra glue, once it's all on, you can actually add just a little bit, just where these little knobbly bits come out. I don't know what else to call them, to be fair. Knobbly bit sounds as good as anything. It's all good fun, isn't it? Right then. I feel like I'm on the final countdown now. Boo! Sorry, I do sound effects, visuals. Oh dear me. You can tell I've had a long week. That's all I'll say. Right then, okay, last one. And again, on this very last one, I didn't put loads of glue on, so I'm just going to add just some little bits there, there and there. So let's just put them on. Lovely. Click, click, click. Oh, let me just. That's it. That one in. So I don't want to be too forceful, but you've got to get them clicked in. So roughly gives you an idea now. So there's roughly my box, and it's just a case of finishing off. So I don't want to bore you with everything. However, that gives you an idea of how I make a box. So we've put all the wooden bits on. I will obviously take some photos of the finished product. I'm going to put some tissue paper on here. I'm not going to stamp it. I will blend the colours that I've used there. Then I'm going to highlight, put some little, I don't know whether to put some little twinkles on it, a bit of glitter. I'm going to highlight obviously the white where we've got the dandelions. Maybe put a few twinkles in the sky. Maybe even a star there, because obviously it's this month's challenge with regards to the Lavinia Stamps challenge of a star. So that could also be another option. But I hope you like it. I'll take photos of the finished article. I just wanted to show you how I put one together. So just going off that, we've got this one here, we've got this one here, and we've got that one there. But I will do proper photos at the end. So thanks ever so much for watching. Hope I've not bored you to death too much. And hopefully see you soon. Thanks again then. Ta-ra a bit.